All right, so let's get started. Now, today what we will focus on is what we call the bridge words technique. Now, what exactly it is and how does that make your English more professional? Let's understand this and how you can start using these bridge words while you are making a statement, you are making a sentence, how you can use these bridge words to enhance the nature of your communication or the nature of your sentences. Okay. Why we call it a bridge word? Because it acts like a bridge between two mini sentences. Okay, so let's understand what exactly are bridge words and how this works. I believe the screen is visible to all of you. Visible? All right. Now, so what will be the learning outcome of this? So once we cover this, we will understand how you can speak longer without getting stuck, how you can connect your ideas more smoothly, how you can sound more professional, and how you can use the bridge words more confidently. So I'll share with you 5 bridge words. You will try to practice it more in your communication in the upcoming days as well. Okay. Now let's look at it. So tell me which one sounds better. I'll give you 2 sentences. Sentence 1, I like my job. It is stressful. Sentence 1 or sentence A, I like my job. It is stressful. The second sentence, I like my job, however, it is stressful. Now, which one do you think sounds more professional? The first one, A or B? Comment in the comment section, all of you. A or B? Which one sounds better? Of course, B, right? We all agree that B sounds much better, okay? So these are what we call bridge words. Now you can see there is a bridge word in between. The goal is not only to speak English, the goal is how you can enhance the quality of your English, how you can speak much better English, more professional English, so that, just a second, yeah, so that people listen to you more, okay? So let's understand some of the bridge words in details. Let me just share the screen one more time. Now, what are bridge words? Well, bridge words connect one idea to another. So let's say you have 2 different sentences, 2 different ideas. You want to interconnect them. Then you will be using some of the bridge words. Good people who are professional speakers in English, who can speak this language very professionally, they use lots of bridge words. Okay. Now, why we should be using bridge words? It improves your fluency, your level of confidence, your professionalism, and reduce your hesitation. Now, I'll tell you the words that we use a lot. Some of the common words that we use, it also acts as a bridge, but sometimes it is better to avoid these words. I'm not saying you cannot completely do away with these words. However, it is better to reduce the usage of this word. For example, please go on mute, all of you. Yeah. For example, many times we keep on saying, but we keep on making this word, using this word multiple times, but. Once or twice if you use it, no problem, no harm. Instead of saying but multiple times, why don't you say however? It will sound more professional also, okay? The person who is listening to you, he will also feel good about it, okay? So let's look at some of the examples. Now, common speaking challenges. Short disconnected sentences sound robotic. I like my work. It is stressful. When should you be using these type of sentences? When you are completely at the basic level, you are just starting up. At that point of time, if you use these type of sentences, it is fine, no problem. You are just starting up, you're just improving your communication, you are still trying to figure it out, how it works. At that point of time, you are using extremely short sentences with a full stop, fine, no problem. But the moment you move to an intermediate stage or a more advanced stage, you should avoid extremely short sentences with a full stop or a break. It will sound extremely robotic. Okay. Now, after bridge words, you will be able to connect the ideas. It will sound more natural and it will sound more professional. Okay. So let's look at it. Now, what are the 5 powerful bridge words that we will focus on? We all know these words. However, the usage of these words is something that we need to work on. The usage is extremely less. So what are the 5 bridge words? Let's look at it. You can note it down, all of you. However, this is one of the highly common bridge words. I use this a lot. Therefore, the second one, however, therefore, moreover, moreover. Now, this is another word I love a lot. However, majority of us avoid using this word. You should start using this more and more. In addition, on the other hand, again, this is another one that I use a lot. On the other hand, so instead of saying but multiple times, you can use something else. However, in addition to this will sound better. Okay, so let's look at these. When do we use each of these words? I believe you have all noted it down. Take a snapshot of it if you want. Now, the first one, however. When should you be using this word, however? It is used for contrast. For example, I love sweets. However, I don't eat it often. Can you see a contrast here? I love sweets. However, I don't eat it often. I'm putting a contrast. I'm making two statements which is in contradiction. I love sweets. That does not mean I eat it often. I don't eat it often. Can you see there is a contradiction? On one hand, I'm saying that I love sweets. If I love sweets, of course, I should be eating it more, right? This is natural. If I love sweets, I should be eating it more. However, I'm using a contrast. I'm using a contradiction here. I don't eat it often. So in this case, what I should use, instead of saying but, however, I don't eat it often. So when do we use however? If you are using it for a contrast. Clear, all of you? Good.
Yeah.
So I want you to make a sentence with the word however and comment in the comment section quickly. In the Zoom chat box with however. Make a sentence with however. Use two mini sentences as a contrast and use this word somewhere in between. Go ahead, all of you. I studied hard, however, I did not pass the exam. Okay. So use this word however. I like him, however, I can't say no. No. So technically it should be, Ravikant, you have to change it a bit. It should be, I don't like him. If you like him, you can't say no. That means you are saying the same thing. Both the cases you are saying the same thing. I love to do yoga. However, I'm unable to sleep early in the morning. I am unable to wake up, right? It should not be sleep. Rain is falling very heavily. However, I have to go out to duty. Okay. I'm not lazy. However, I am having a burnout. Okay. I learned to speak. However, I'm not practicing. Okay. Using public transport is cheaper. However, it creates discomfort. Now, this is nice sentence. I love, what is this? Playing games. I love to play games. However, not regularly. Okay. He is rich. However, he is a miser. Right. Correct. She is tired. However, she finished her work. She was tired. However, she finished her work on time. Yeah. So you are using contrasting statements. Good. Clear? Next one. Now you have to use this in your speaking part as well. Therefore, used for results and consequences. So let's say you are talking about a result or a consequence of something. At that point of time, we use therefore. I practiced daily, therefore I improved. So there is a reason, there is a result to something. It is a follow-up of a certain action. I practice daily, therefore I improve. So somebody asks me, how did you improve? Well, I practice daily, therefore I improve. So here I'm using therefore for result or a consequence. Now make a sentence with the word therefore, all of you. Make a sentence with the word therefore. Comment in the comment section. Therefore, go ahead quickly. It was raining heavily, therefore he was late. Correct. He worked consistently, therefore he got promoted. Yeah. I practice daily, therefore I improved my skill. I exercise daily, therefore I'm able to climb. Okay. You're able to climb Everest. Okay. This is interesting. I used to study, I study well, therefore I passed the exam. I practice yoga, therefore I reduced my weight. I did it hardware, therefore they got a trophy. Correct. Absolutely correct. The next one. Moreover. Moreover. By the word you can understand, we are adding more information. We are adding information to it. I enjoy teaching. Moreover, I love helping people. So additional to teaching, I'm adding some value to the teaching part. I'm just not saying that I love to teach people. I'm also adding more value. I'm adding more service. I love helping people. So for me, teaching is just not a profession. It is a ritual or something that I seriously love. Okay. So I'm adding more value to it. I'm adding more information to it. I enjoy teaching. Moreover, I love helping people. So make a sentence with the word moreover, but quickly. Done, all of you? He speaks English fluently. Moreover, he can speak French. Yes. He plays cricket. Moreover, he plays football also. Then to the office. Therefore, my name is okay. Swimming is a skill. Moreover, it keeps you healthy. Right. Correct. She's a housewife. Moreover, she's. How is this possible? She's a housewife. Moreover, she's working in office. No, no, no. You have to change this. So either she's a housewife or she's working in office. It cannot be both, right? So what you can say is she's a housewife, and additional to it, add something related to her household activities. Okay. I'm working hard. Moreover, I'm learning English fluency. Correct. Correct. The three items also correct. Next one. The next bridge word, in addition to something or in addition to it, used to add extra points. I read books. In addition, I watch educational videos. Okay. Many of us say it as education. It's education. Okay. So I read books. In addition, I watch educational videos. So in addition to something, you are adding some points to a certain thing, right? So make a sentence with in addition. Make a sentence with in addition. No, Rani, you have to change your sentence. That is not completely correct. Just reframe the sentence. So make a sentence with in addition, all of you, quickly. Make a sentence with in addition. Yeah. Nice exercise keeps you fit. In addition, it improves mental health. Right. I walk daily. In addition, I do yoga as well. Okay. I'm working in production in addition to quality department. Okay. I completed my work. Additional, my colleague work also. In addition, I also completed the work of my colleague as well. He's a scientist. In addition, he's a good physics teacher. Right. I do yoga in addition. Right. I dance as well. Okay. Correct. We need to improve sales. In addition, we should focus on customer satisfaction. Absolutely correct. I teach children. In addition, I give moral education as well. Right. I study hard. In addition, I took help from Oxford. I take help. Not I took help, I take help. Something you do regularly from Oxford books. Correct. Okay. The next one. On the other hand, used to show another viewpoint. Example, work from home saves time. On the other hand, office work improves collaboration. So I'm giving an alternative viewpoint. I'm giving an alternative viewpoint. In that case, you can use on the other hand. Okay. So you're just trying to showcase another viewpoint. Work from home saves time. On the other hand, work from office improves your collaboration or your team building skills. So I'm talking about another viewpoint, a parallel viewpoint or an alternative viewpoint. So make a sentence with on the other hand. On the other hand. Yeah, social media has its advantages. On the other hand, it has its disadvantages also. is intelligent. On the other hand, he can be impatient at times. Yeah, absolutely. Inconvenient. On the other hand, classroom learning provides direct interaction. Okay. I love having juice. On the other hand, my husband loves cold coffee. Okay. Okay. So I hope you have understood the alternative viewpoint. A broad spectrum content can garner views and likes. On the other hand, niche specific content can generate leads for sales. Right, correct. Phone is useful gadget. On the other hand, it affects our health. Right, correct. It is very hot. On the other hand, it is raining also. Okay. Mission statement denotes what we do. On the other hand, vision denotes what we want to, where we want to go. Correct. I believe every coin has two sides. On the other hand, it is benefit of it. There is benefit. Okay. It is beneficial for us. Correct. Correct. Absolutely. I like my doctor. On the other hand, I like my son also. Correct. Absolutely correct. So did you get clarity? Now, what is your task that you have to do right now? Okay. I'll give you the opportunity. Now, I want you to make a 30-second script, or at least let's go with a 60-second script. Take your time, and I want you to put all these 5 bridging words, the bridge words, in this 1-minute script. Okay. I'll give you 3 minutes to design your script. So start doing it, and then I'll give chance to you people to speak. Make sure all the 5 bridge words should be there in your script. Okay. You can speak on anything, but make sure it should be like a story and it should have a proper script. Okay. So take your time. I'll give you 3 minutes. All the 5 bridge words should be in that script. Go ahead, all of you.